Get ready with me to help bring the world back into symbiosis. By now you must understand, I don't get ready, I stay ready. So with all the recent events going on, I was sitting down having a word with Mother Gaia through frequency, just seeing the effects, because every action has a reaction. Energy is transferred, it does not die. And that is why this could be its own full video. For example, when you look into any type of work with past life regression, hypnotherapy, where people are curing any of their chronic ailments and or diseases overnight, over one session, 2 sessions, whatever. Because these are things that they have carried from a previous life. So guys, knowing that the conservation of energy law is energy does not disappear or vanish or even be created. It just transfers. Right? It just transfers. Energy recycles back through. And therefore, however dark an energy is, when the root cause is not tended to, but yet the dark energy is eradicated, no, it recycles back through, comes back around. So let's clap for the fact that we have delayed temporarily another problem. We have delayed healing, true healing, actual healing, to just be recycled back through, to come back and ask again to be actually healed. Now, of course, I do have a lot of pride in America, and it's my ego talking when I say it's extremely badass. Like, we're some badass. Badass motherfuckers. But that's the ego. What would be more badass is not having to entertain this energy in the future again because we put it off and delayed healing. We delayed healing the root cause, as our boy Toddle taught us. We need to get to the root cause. He taught us that a long time ago. And here we are, just thinking we can eradicate things and oh, it's gone. And let's congratulate ourselves. What are we congratulating ourselves on? The fact that that energy is going to be recycled back through to terrorize again. That is what we are applauding ourselves on. Okay, so nonetheless, the only thing I think that will help us with when that energy comes back through the system, because it will, the only thing I can think of that would actually help us is if that dark energy comes back through the system but enters a new system, not the old fossil fuel system. A new paradigm, a paradigm shift into sacred geometry, the language of our angels, angles of the angels, the balance of harmonics, the balance of hormones, the balance of life, biosphere. If that energy comes back into a world where there is balance, then perhaps things will be different. And that energy will have the opportunity to utilize its creativity instead of suppressing and compressing depression, emotion, that energy. But nonetheless, no matter what, more than likely, that dark energy is going to come back around and is going to need attention. I just hope it's attention outside of a fossil fuel dominated industry. I hope it's attention inside a harmonic, resonant, harmonious teriology, universe, sphere. Because that would actually give us the opportunity to not introduce so much harshness. No matter what, energy cries out to be brought back into the light. distorted energy will cry out to be brought back into the light. So we're delaying actual root cause healing, root problem healing. You don't just eradicate energy. And killing has never been the answer and never will be the answer, no matter what planet or sphere you are on. It has never been and will never be the answer. Because energy does not die. So how can killing be the answer to solve problems? They can't. 1 times 1 is 2. Okay? We're not on flat earth, flat plane. We're on a sphere. We're on curvature. We're on geometric shapes that collapse into form. So, it's one thing to talk about problems, let's talk about solutions. Harmonic solutions, which Terrence Howard is doing a lot of work on. Harmonic wave resonance. So what will that look like? Harmonic wave resonance built on actual mathematics and physical world science, where the equations are balanced. What we find in physics is balanced within our mathematical. Nature is balanced within God's word. What we'll find with harmonic wave resequencing is we'll need to do that not only with each individual, we'll need to do that with animals, and we'll also need to do that with Mother Gaia herself. We'll need to do a harmonic, since there's so much imbalance, war and trauma is imbalance on Mother Gaia. Imagine having something blown off and the trauma that causes and the amount of work that your body takes to fix that area. Same thing happens with Mother Gaia. We can apply everything that happens with us. Mother Gaia is a planetary body, not a body, but a planetary living sphere, biosphere. So, Mother Gaia will also need coherent planetary resonance using non-invasive sound laser tech to align the crystalline bedrock and retune the Schumann resonance into the ley line grid for getting it back to where it was pre-industrial frequency coherence. We also need to do that with ourselves. Our own DNA structuring has harmonic tones. You like specific music and you link that to, it's specific scales. For myself, I'm extremely drawn to the Arabic scales. So what that probably says about my own DNA sequencing is it's linked up. My DNA sequencing is linked up with some of these Arabic scales. Same thing with your DNA sequencing. It's going to be linked up with specific scales. Harmonic scales. And that is how we will heal ourselves from any ailments. And that is also how we will heal our children and our animals and also the world. Mother Gaia is going to need a retune. So, emotion is energy and energy transfers. Emotion transfers. Bad energy, bad emotions transfer. Come back around. So do good energies. Good energies, good emotions transfer. Come back around. We gotta start taking this extremely seriously. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. Thinking putting a band-aid on something is gonna fix something. It's not. We need to get to the root cause, the root problem, as Aristotle said.